guys. So it's Saturday again, so I'm gonna do a Saturday CD because I go DJing on Saturday. But today I want to do an album that I kind of play at the beginning of a set when the bar's not really full. It's got like, you know, the lonely drunks staring at their beers and stuff. A band that suits that atmosphere pretty well is these guys, City Streets, Concentrated Living, 2008 Paperbird Records. These guys are actually from my home, my city here, and they're Edmonton boys, and they kind of encapsulate the spirit of Edmonton pretty well. I feel like it's kind of dirty, kind of uncouth. It sounds drunk a lot. It's got a very hungover sound. It's kind of, you know, kind of arrogant, kind of clever, kind of stupid, all rolled into one. It's kind of charming though. Since they're a local band, they're always written about in like our local scenester papers and stuff, and one's called View Weekly, and this is how they described it. Their songs, a tight mix of the hard social message of The Clash and the twang of Wilco, are spectacular. And I don't know, I can hear a little bit of Clash in here, but the twang of Wilco, I don't like any bands being compared to Wilco really twangy, just because it's twangy. Like, it's kind of got a Replacements vibe on here too. And what else we got on here? I think CBC Radio wrote something. I'm not sure if this is it. Maybe I got the wrong person quoting it, but someone said Punk Prairie Boys. And again, like, if you go to their MySpace, they don't really look punky. I don't know how punk it is, but Punk Prairie Boys. They got Prairie Boys right. Some Replacements, early Costello, and a bottle of whiskey. That makes more sense. Like, I can hear Costello in here. I can hear Replacements. I hear a little bit of Hold Steady, some Sparta, a lot of Springsteen in here, a lot of whiskey, I guess. And these guys always advertise themselves as like hard partying, hard drinking, pill popping, always on the road, like constantly touring. And these guys are, I guess. Like, every time I read about them, they're always playing a show in Vancouver or somewhere in Ontario and stuff. When I said it sounded a lot like Edmonton, I said they sounded kind of clever, kind of stupid. They can kind of deal with like these kind of philosophical things on here, I guess. Intelligent subject matter. They'll talk about like how if there's an interventionist god, he's a fucking fuck after, you know? Like, it starts off smart, kind of goes down dumb, but, you know, you get the point, I guess. That's kind of what the whole purpose is. Spirit of punk rock though. I don't really understand that though, but yeah, it's cool songs, good barroom music, lots of songs about being on the road, songs about God, songs about, you know, cold long winters, being on the road, you know, basically just barroom kind of material, you know, when you're drunk and you're just kind of running your mouth. Quotes Hunter S. Thompson there, talking about Jack Kerouac and stuff too. Show you the booklet real quick. City Streets. It's kind of like a little photo album. There's Dennis Hopper and Ginsberg talking about Edmonton bands and why they always move to Montreal. And that's another thing that kind of reminds me of like Edmonton people, because people in Edmonton are just have to move to Montreal all the time. Everybody moves there. Everyone in Edmonton, they spend their time here. They go to all the cool clubs, they get all the, you know, the trendy clothes, and then one day they go on a little trip to Montreal and they fall in love with it. I guess Montreal's like Edmonton, but just cooler, I guess. I don't know, I've never been. I would love to move to Montreal from what I've heard. I hear it's great. I hear it's, I don't know, maybe I wouldn't like it there because all our scenesters kind of moved there and I never really liked them, but dog biting a cat, I really like that picture. Yeah, I think she's from Edmonton, unless she's some old actress and she's dead now. I don't know. But we got a lot of this, a lot of these haircuts for sure. I'll be seeing a lot of that tonight for sure. I can't wait. And I had a birthday, a little picture of a barn. Cool little booklet, local bands. It's just a trio of guys too, just 3 guys. I bought the CD, I think, just a little bit after it came out, like on the first week of sales or whatever, and you know, I was kind of impressed with it. I thought I was going to have this kind of like really bad rock and roll vibe, like kind of like what kind of band, those guys who wear like button-up flannel shirts and those little French chapeaus playing stuff, and they're always really, really skinny and like doing heroin and stuff, but it's actually pretty good. I really like this. The first 2 songs in here are my favorite, Us Girls Know and Mastodon, and then the rest of them are, you know, they're all pretty songs, they're all kind of well charming, well written, like, you know, barroom rock and roll, but they don't really have anything that distinguishes them from one another. Like, you would never go like recognize like, oh, this song, this is opening line, like, oh yeah, it's a great song. But the first 2 songs stand out the most to me. I've given this quite a bit of listen to. I really, really like like the kind of sound they have on here and stuff too. As much as I don't like the aesthetic of like the hard partying, hard drinking kind of mantra and stuff, but these guys do it and it works for their music and stuff, so it's pretty cool stuff. What else? Did I miss anything? Constant touring, hard drinking, dirty, yeah. Yeah, Canadian content. They live in Montreal now. A lot of people in Edmonton like to move to Montreal without learning French, and that's pretty much what these guys did, so city streets.